Hey guys, it's me Sujay over here. So I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about how to improve teaching conditions here in Vietnam. So I'm a certified English teacher, and I've been teaching in Vietnam for over 4 years now. So this is from my personal experience. I've written down some points, and I'll just try to be as concise as possible. So primarily I'm going to be talking about public schools because I've taught a lot of public schools here in Vietnam. So the first thing would be to improve the classroom conditions. Okay, so make sure that all the classrooms in the public schools, they have air conditioning. Things are not broken in the classroom, like the speaker is working, the fan is working, and of course the classroom should be well ventilated. I don't think the classroom in a public school should have around 40 to 50 students. So I think there should be around 30 students per classroom, 30 to 35 students per classroom. Then let's talk about the classroom intervals. Okay, so it's happened to me before that if I'm taking 3 classes in the morning, so I take one 45 minutes class and then immediately go to another class, take it for 45 minutes. And without taking any mini breaks. So I think all public schools over here in Vietnam, they should at least have a 5-minute a mini break between classes, so that it will be better for the foreign teacher to just to prepare for the following class instead of just going to the next class and teaching right away. Thirdly, the TAs, they need to be a bit more supportive, the teaching assistants, because from my personal experience, most of the time the Vietnamese TAs, they're not very supportive when a foreign teacher is teaching. So they should at least try to step up their game, instead of just sitting and doing some kind of work. But the TA also needs to ensure that the class is going smoothly when the foreign teacher is teaching. Right. So let's talk about the lesson plannings. Okay. I think lesson planning should be is not a very effective tool when you're teaching around 40 to 50 students, because even if you're an experienced teacher, you will not be able to complete everything which is mentioned in the lesson plan if you're teaching in a public school. So I think lesson plan needs to be created as per the teacher's interest, how the teacher wants to run the class for that day. But like I said, lesson planning was not a very effective tool for me when I was teaching public schools, teaching 40 to 50 students. And conduct more regular exams, like there should be more evaluation tests for the students, so that the teacher knows that the students are learning things in the classroom, what the foreign teacher is teaching. So there should be more regular exams, like on a weekly basis or something, so that to evaluate the performance of the students instead of just having an exam after a couple of months. So I think like if there can be like a weekly type of assessment for the students, so that the parents also know what their children are learning in the classroom. So so maybe have weekly exams, so that would be really good. And of course respect from the students and also from the fellow Vietnamese teachers, because the problem over here is that some of the students here in public schools in Vietnam, they don't respect foreign teachers. So that gets on to you, because you're putting your time and effort teaching the class, but you're not getting that kind of respect. So maybe the school needs to look into that, and also a bit more supportiveness from the fellow Vietnamese teachers who are teaching in that public school, because from my personal experience, they're not a bunch of friendly folks, and they would always keep themselves very isolated from you. So yeah, I mean, so that's what I would like to say. I mean, because I'm a certified teacher. I've been teaching here for over 4 years now. So definitely the classroom conditions, like I said, there should be air conditioning in every classroom here in public school in Vietnam. The speakers should be working. They should have computers in the classroom. They should have a PowerPoint screen. So a bit more investment is required for classroom resources. Okay. And of course the teacher room, in public schools, sometimes, they're like, so, it's just so hot over there in the teacher room. And, sometimes, it's just that, it needs to be fixed a bit. And also, during the lunchtime, more healthy meals for the students, and of course, a good environment altogether. So, I'm going to leave a link down in the description below about a video which I came across YouTube regarding why Finland, which is a country in Europe, has the best education system. So you can have a look into that video. So that's all I got to say. I mean, I just want to keep this video short. And if you're a fellow teacher, I'm sure you would agree with me on a couple of these points. So with that being said, you guys have a great day. This was me, Sue Joy. Peace out.